everyone. It's 9:30 a.m. and I'd like to call the commission meeting to order and welcome everybody here today. Ellen, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Samet?
Here.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Here.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Here.
Commissioner Townsend?
Here.
Commissioner Gatlin, you want to lead us in the pledge today? I will.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, first thing on the agenda, we'll have to ask for a motion to approve the minutes from February 21st of 2023. Do I have such a motion?
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion with the minutes? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve claims in the amount of $2,177,153.55. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Samet.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Have we got any conflicts of interest for anything coming in front of the commission body today? Everybody's silent, so I'll take that as a no. Public hearings, we have none. Resolutions in order. First thing on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve a resolution to change the commission meeting and work session and the meeting from 9 a.m. on Monday, April the 17th of 23 to Friday, 9 a.m. on Friday, on April the 14th of 2023. Do I have such a motion?
That's April 21st.
No, it's 14th. It's the wrong date on the perimeter there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the resolution actually says the
Okay.
14th.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yes.
I put you.
Yeah, I meant to, we had the wrong date on there, but it's April the 14th.
Okay.
For the record, it's April 14th.
All right.
Anybody make a motion?
No. I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Townsend. Have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. I think he was a little faster on the draw there.
Okay.
Bingo was faster, so we'll go get bingo on that one.
All right.
All right, second by bingo, and any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Contracts, agreements, and MOUs and grants. I need a motion to approve the payment of $16,588 toward a new transportation van for special needs and elderly disabled individuals. This is under Section 5310 grant from the Alabama Department of Transportation. This is a 80-20 grant. We match 20. The federal funding is 80%. I need a motion to approve this.
Make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Townsend. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Motion carries unanimously. And I want to thank Barry Jones for does that. He does an awesome job. Barry does. A lot of times he don't ask for nothing, but he does an awesome job with that kidney van. So, anyways, moving on. Budget revisions. We have one budget revision from engineering for the amount of $30,000 with a whole lot of paperwork with it right here. So I'll ask for a motion to approve this one budget revision for the engineering department.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We have no emergency purchases, no board appointments, award of bids. We have 3 bids listed below as we discussed in the work session. So I'll ask a motion to approve all 3 bids listed below.
Make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Townsend. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Personnel and staffing actions. First on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve to extend the probationary period for an employee for an additional 3 months. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve the job description for the solid waste department for assistant mechanic and laborers. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Townsend. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend.
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin. Commissioner Samet. Commissioner Barksdale.
Motion carries unanimously. Third on here, I'll ask for a motion to amend the staffing plan to remove one mechanic and one part-time laborer under the solid waste. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make
Motion by
second it.
Motion by Commissioner Barksdale, second by Commissioner Samet. Any discussion? No discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Barksdale. Commissioner Samet. Commissioner Gatlin. Commissioner Townsend.
Motion carries unanimously. Fourth on here, I'll ask for a motion to amend the staffing plan to add one clerk, one assistant mechanic, 4 laborers under the solid waste. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. I'm gonna go second with Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin. Commissioner Barksdale. Commissioner Samet. Commissioner Townsend.
All right, number 5, I'm gonna have to give you a drink of water before I start this one. I might give them, sorry if I butcher somebody's name too. I'll ask for a motion to approve to hire the following personnel in the solid waste department as we discussed them all in the work session, and we're gonna take it all up one motion. It'll be Shay Ebert, Amanda Lattimore, Andy Pilot, Alan Cluxton, Brian Arnett, Teddy Gooch, Donald Hill, Terry Norman, Glenn Pilot, Frankie Riggs, Brian Rose, Mark Sprain, Benjamin Hill, David Martin, Randall Townsend, Jordan Kleins, and Keith Davis. I have a motion to approve to hire these 17 hires.
Make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion with any one of them? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin. Commissioner Barksdale. Commissioner Samet. Commissioner Townsend.
Motion carries unanimously, and that is the most people we've ever hired in one department, in any one committee, I think. That is a pass along.
It's just a whole department,
Yeah, it is.
whole new department.
And we will be firing this off April 1st, so everybody be prepared for it. Be praying for us, that's for sure. Be praying for us for sure. All right, moving on. With merit increases, I have 3 merit increases listed here. I need a motion for the 3 merit increases.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Townsend. I have a second.
Second it.
Second by Commissioner Samet. Call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend. Commissioner Samet. Commissioner Barksdale. Commissioner Gatlin.
I forgot to discuss them, but we done discussed them in the work session. I don't think nobody had any issues with none of them. So, motion carries unanimously. I got my zeals ahead of my knowledge there again. Engineers report. I'm gonna let you talk a little while, Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have 3 subdivisions for your consideration today. We have Franklin Estates, minor for preliminary and final, creating 1 lot in District 3. Franklin Acres, minor for preliminary and final, creating 3 lots in District 3. Both of these, they're on Poplar Creek Road. And then Shortcut Road subdivision, there's a replat. This is a minor for preliminary and final, affecting 3 lots in District 4. And this is the intersection of Shortcut Road and Salem Minor Hill Road. That's all I've got for your consideration today. Thank you.
All right, I'll ask for a motion to approve the 3 subdivisions as submitted by Mr. Massey. Do I have
I'll
such
make a motion. I'm sorry.
motion by Commissioner Townsend. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'm gonna go second with Gatlin. Now, I was looking at you and he was talking over here. So. Go second with Gatlin. Any discussion with any one of the 3? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend. Commissioner Gatlin. Commissioner Samet. Commissioner Barksdale.
All right, under other business, I'll ask for a motion. The motion carries unanimously. I'll ask for a motion to approve the following to move from inventory, which is 2 items from EMA we discussed in the work session. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gatlin. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet. Commissioner Gatlin. Commissioner Barksdale. Commissioner Townsend.
Got to get a muffler for that train horn, aren't we? All right. Second on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve the following 3 items on Gov Deals, which is out of District 3. Anybody? I need a motion for these 3 items.
Make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gatlin. I have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion with any one of the 3 items? And as discussed in the work session, Commissioner Samet will be keeping 1 vehicle that we had on Gov Deals after 1 was borrowed over the weekend. So maybe somebody bring it back and we can still sell the Dodge again. So
Yeah.
anyways, no more discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Gatlin. Commissioner Barksdale. Commissioner Samet. Commissioner Townsend.
Motion carries unanimously. Third on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve the Limestone County Emergency Operations Plan. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Townsend. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Townsend?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin?
Motion carries unanimously. Fourth on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve a fee for fulfilling open records requests. Do I have such a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Sammet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barksdale. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Gatlin? Commissioner Townsend?
Motion carries unanimously. I don't know how you gonna write it. Drew, a lot of times we do an executive session, we'll move it to the end and go ahead and let the commissioners do their reports. Is that okay today?
That's fine.
So, we will, that way we'll go ahead and do that where we do the commissioner reports and then we'll go back to the executive session part. So at this moment, I'll turn it over to the report of officers. Commissioner Sammet?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know you mentioned earlier, we had mentioned the stolen truck over the weekend, and thanking the Sheriff's Department for the job that they did. They were right on top of it. Just as soon as they found out, I let them know as soon as I found out. But anyway, I appreciate your group, Sheriff, getting out there and working on it like they are, and I've got faith in them. I know they'll turn something up. But thank you, Sheriff. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Sammet. Commissioner Barksdale?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Our garbage plan, I really like our garbage plan that Mark and Angela developed. I hope we can execute the plan as well as it's been planned. I'm grateful to Mr. Deal for his advice and counsel. I think he makes us all better as commissioners. Rebuild Alabama, District 2's Rebuild Alabama was Capshaw Road. It's completed. Dupree Worthy, Mark and I have been working on Dupree Worthy in conjunction with Huntsville. Their sewer line caused our road to sink, and we've been fooling with that for 2 years, and they're currently paving that, so I'm grateful for that. I've got a little statement here on impact fees. I continue to be an advocate for impact fees in Athens and Limestone County. What is an impact fee? An impact fee is a fee imposed by a local government within the United States. The fee may be on a new or proposed development project to pay for all or a share of the cost of providing public services. Such fees help to reduce the economic burden on the local jurisdiction that will see population growth as a result of the new development. That's us. Currently, we impose all growth costs on current and long-term residents. At the present time, I do not know of any downside to impact fees. Now, if we want to make it where Aunt Sally can build on her property and not be charged an impact fee, I think that can be written into our guidelines. Some may say it will slow growth. We have more growth at this time than our infrastructure can support. So I don't see that as a downside. Let's be fair to our citizens who have supported Athens and Limestone County all their lives with taxes and ask newcomers to share the burden with them rather than impose additional taxes on all citizens. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Barksdale. Mr. Gatlin?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As y'all know, we had some pretty strong winds that come through Friday afternoon, so our guys will be in the south part of the District 3 out around Swancott type area out that way up in the county, working probably most of the week. And we have a lot of flooding around on Mooresville Road. We've still got all the debris that we opened the road during the night to get the traffic flowing. We've still got to pick up debris, so we'll be most of the week doing that. So that's all I have, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gatlin. Mr. Townsend?
Yeah, also, we're out cleaning up trees. We had a good bit of damage on Friday, so they'll be out probably all day today, may take them till tomorrow. But I want to take a second. I want to thank everybody on Friday, all the district workers that got out and and got the roads back open and had to deal with power lines in them. So we had a bunch with power lines in them. I had to sit out there several hours. I think my guys didn't get in about 8:30 that night. So I want to thank those guys for getting out and doing what they done, because I mean it was Friday night. They could have went home, was ready to go home, but hey, they hung with it and stayed out there. I also want to thank our volunteer fire departments, because I had one guy that had been out there like 10 hours that night, and he sat there and blocked that road for 10 hours waiting on the utility department. And I thought that, I just want to thank them for everything they done. Our sheriff's department, I think we had one that sat out there for 3 or 4 hours blocking a power line, and I want to thank them for everything they did. And the ones that worked all weekend are Athens Utilities. Them linemen worked all weekend. I seen them early Saturday morning and again on Sunday, and to get our power back on and restored, because I mean it was a lot of damage in my area. So I want to thank those guys for everything they doing to get everybody's power back on. So that's all I have.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm like everybody else here says, I just want to thank everybody for, working through it, helping us with all this. It's like the sheriff's office stuff. I mean, like I said, I went out Saturday morning, they were right there. Volunteer fire departments always do a lot in the community. It takes a village to make this all work, and I thank everybody for their help. Had a great little event up this car show up the square. They're starting that the first Saturday night of every month. I was up there, had a big crowd. State of the city, the mayor's giving his state of the city address in the morning. We'll all be attending it, and I think we're Morrell's. We're sitting with them, but anyways, I thank them for that. And I'm the legislative liaison or whatever for the county that tells everybody what's going on. I've got to go down Wednesday and meet with the legislators. The March the 8th, where the ACCA will be doing a welcome session. The session starts tomorrow, so I know there'll be a lot of legislation out there, good and bad. Legislation body a lot of times fights harder to keep bad legislation out than they do to get good legislation passed, to keep things the way things are. So I want to thank all of our local delegation. We have 8 in this county, and I will see them all when I'm down Wednesday. And so that being going on, and today was Oreo cookie day. I was going to do with them Nick Sabans and have me a box of Oreos up here, but I didn't get to the dollar store to get me no Oreos in time. So anyway, so they always ask me what the day is, and that was the most interesting thing on there today was Oreo cookies. So it interested me the most. I don't know if it's because of me personally or what, but that was the most interesting thing on today was Oreo cookies. So backing up, enough about that is we're entertaining if nothing else. That's what they always say. So executive session, we will enter into an executive session. I have an announcement here that the attorney has gave me, and he knows I don't do good prepared statements. So, but anyways, chairman announces the county attorney has submitted a written opinion of the necessary of the executive session to discuss 2 cases with the legal counsel, and that opinions will be attached in the minutes of the regular meeting. With that being said, most of the time we don't have a vote of nothing, but there may be one of these that we may try to settle on it's a simple issue. It's nothing major, but we may, if we do that, we will come back out for a vote on that, just a resolution to settle that. We're probably just looking at 20 to 30 minutes on executive session. You know how attorneys are. Like you said, Drew makes us better. He gives us the long way to Grandma's house a lot of times. He gets talking.
I won't deny that.
And we might be in there 20 hours now, but I mean, you know how that is. But no, I think we'll all get it out of there pretty quick. It's just an update mostly on one case, and the other one we may try to settle. But we will approve. So I need a motion to approve to enter into executive session, and when we come out in 20 or 30 minutes, somewhere about that. We should be back out within 30 minutes. So approved, I'll enter into an executive session. I need a motion for that. Lord, I got to figure out who voted, who seconded here. I think motion was here, second was down there. So motion with Barksdale, second with Townsend. Everybody's wanting to go into this thing. Anyway, so we can't discuss it, what we're going to do, but I'll call for a vote to make this work.
Commissioner Barksdale?
Aye.
Commissioner Townsend? Aye. Commissioner Samet? Aye. Commissioner Gowan?
Motion carries, and all that carries unanimously, and we will come back out to recess here in about 30 minutes.